Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Bilal Consultancy Limited. Today, we're delving into an incredibly powerful tool for decision-making, the Multivoting Tool. But before we jump right in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest insights. What is Multivoting? Quality Glossary Definition. Multivoting. Also called Nominal Group Technique, NGT, Voting, Nominal Prioritization. Variations: Sticking dots, Weighted voting, Multiple Picking Out Method, MPM. Multivoting, a decision-making method, narrows a large list of possibilities to a smaller list of the top priorities or to a final selection. Multi-voting is preferable to straight voting because it allows an item that is favored by all, but not the top choice of any, to rise to the top. Expanding on when to use multivoting. Multivoting is a powerful decision-making tool that shines in specific situations. Here's a deeper exploration of when to utilize it effectively. Abundance of ideas. Brainstorming aftermath. After brainstorming sessions or utilizing other idea generation tools, multivoting helps handle the abundance of possibilities generated. It allows the group to effectively prioritize and narrow down the list to a manageable number of options for further discussion and analysis. Overflow of suggestions. Multivoting is ideal for situations where various individuals have submitted suggestions or options, leading to a long and potentially overwhelming list. It facilitates efficient sorting and prioritizing of these diverse suggestions. Prioritization and selection. Focusing on the most promising. When faced with a plethora of options, multi-voting allows the group to focus on the most promising and impactful ones. This is particularly valuable when resources are limited and the decision needs to prioritize the most worthwhile options. Eliminating unviable ideas. Multi-voting also helps identify and eliminate options that are clearly unfeasible, impractical, or incompatible with the desired outcome. This streamlines the selection process and directs attention towards more viable choices. Group decision-making. Consensus building. When a decision requires group consensus, multi-voting facilitates a collaborative approach where everyone has a voice and can influence the outcome. This promotes a sense of ownership and shared responsibility for the ultimate decision. Fair and inclusive. Multi-voting ensures a fair and inclusive environment where all ideas, regardless of their popularity or source, are considered and evaluated. This prevents dominant personalities from overshadowing quieter voices and ensures everyone's opinions are heard. Breaking deadlocks. In situations where the group is stuck in a deadlock with opposing opinions, multi-voting can offer a way to break the impasse. By prioritizing the options with the most support, it helps the group move forward and reach a decision. Additional factors to consider. Group size. Multi-voting is most effective for smaller groups, up to 20 people, where everyone can actively participate and contribute. Time constraints. If time is limited, multi-voting can provide a quick and efficient way to gather preferences and make a decision. Type of decision. Multi-voting is best suited for decisions where there are distinct options and clear criteria for evaluation. It may be less effective for complex decisions with subjective factors or intricate trade-offs. Conclusion. Multivoting is a valuable tool for navigating situations with an abundance of options and facilitating informed decision-making by groups. Focusing on prioritizing, selecting, and building consensus helps groups achieve their goals and make optimal choices. However, its effectiveness depends on various factors like group size, time constraints, and the nature of the decision. Carefully consider these factors to determine if multi-voting is the best approach for your specific situation. Multi-voting procedure. Materials needed: flip chart or whiteboard, marking pens, 5-10 slips of paper for each individual, and pen or pencil for each individual. Display the list of options. Combine duplicate items. Affinity diagrams can be useful to organize large numbers of ideas and eliminate duplication and overlap. List reduction may also be useful. Number, or letter, all items. Decide how many items must be on the final list. Also decide how many choices each member will vote for. Usually, 5 choices are allowed. The longer the original list, the more votes will be allowed, up to 10. Working individually, each member selects the 5 items, or whatever number of choices is allowed. he or she thinks is most important. Then each member ranks the choices in order of priority, with the first choice ranking highest. For example, if each member has 5 votes, the top choice would be ranked 5, the next choice 4, and so on. Each choice is written on a separate paper, with the ranking underlined in the lower right corner. Tally votes. Collect the papers, shuffle them, and then record them on a flip chart or whiteboard. The easiest way to record votes is for the scribe to write all the individual rankings next to each choice. For each item, the rankings are totaled next to the individual rankings. If a decision is clear, stop here. Otherwise, continue with a brief discussion of the vote. The purpose of the discussion is to look at dramatic voting differences, such as an item that received both 5 and 1 ratings, and avoid errors from incorrect information or understandings about the item. The discussion should not result in pressure on anyone to change their vote. Repeat the voting process in steps 4 and 5. If greater decision-making accuracy is required, this voting may be done by weighting the relative importance of each choice on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most important. Multi-voting example. A team had to develop a list of key customers to interview. First, team members brainstormed a list of possible names. Since they wanted representation of customers in 3 different departments, they divided the list into 3 groups. Within each group, they used multi-voting to identify 4 first-choice interviewees. This example shows the multi-voting for one department. 15 of the brainstormed names were in that department. Each team member was allowed 5 votes, giving 5 points to the top choice, 4 to the second choice, and so on down to 1 point for the 5th choice. The votes and tally. Although several of the choices emerge as agreed favorites, significant differences are indicated by the number of choices that have both high and low rankings. The team will discuss the options to ensure that everyone has the same information, and then vote again. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions. Until next time, keep innovating and making those strategic decisions. Goodbye.